All right, guys, so this portion is gonna be the heat exchanger portion, getting it mounted, making sure everything's clear. I'm doing this kind of backwards. I'm gonna just take a gamble and mount it like this, put it on and then fit it. I'm pretty sure to clear. Might be some trial and error, but for the most part, the first portion I do will stick anyway. I can just adjust the L bracket. So first things first, this is from Lance Draeger. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Really solid unit. Massive. This is probably the biggest heat exchanger I ever had. And I always go overkill on heat exchangers because I do live in Phoenix, or Arizona. So 12 AN fittings, everything looks really nice. American made, so that's a plus. Always try to go American made. The only downside to this, if you're using it on a G8, is you lose your wiper fluid, and most of you, I'm sure you won't care. Put some Rain-X on the windshield, it'll be fine. But you know, the washer fluid bottle is a long bottle that sticks right there behind that, so you're gonna have to lose that. I suggest you try to keep this at all costs, because I went through this on a Genesis. It just had some on the side. It made a big difference when cooling at speed, and I'm sure at idle it'll block some heat off the pavement. And this is for those who are in Phoenix. It gets like 120 in the summer. Right now I think it's 105 outside. It is 106 outside right now. So yeah, for me in my particular setup, just set this in there like this, and then, but yeah, for my particular setup, I want the inlet and outlet to come on the passenger side, and I'll show you why. So I have an ice tank, you guys already know, and I also have a little coolant reservoir that I kind of want to put in here and hide it, because one will come out here, one line will come out here, and I can mount the pump in this area, and then they go into the heat exchanger, and then, you know, the other line can come out this way and come straight into the heat exchanger. It'll look real clean that way. I think that's the way I'm gonna do it. So I bought that ice tank for no reason. But this will just be part one of the heat exchanger cooling, because obviously I have to get the supercharger on and do the lines on top. But this will be a really good video, a little basis for you guys who are doing LSAs. But without further ado, so I just got these from Ace Hardware. Here's the part number, or whatever, a mending brace, 10" by 1, and it leaves barely enough room to get the AN fittings on. So what I did was, the first hole I mounted it up, and then the second one I just drew a hole there, just took my little paint pen and I marked where I have to cut and drill. All right, I went ahead and did that for both sides. I was gonna use a door hinge because I have some, but I knew you guys y'all won't let me live that down. But a door hinge will work if y'all want to save money. That's what I'm all about, doing it the right way but still saving money. So with this, I'm just gonna roughly do this about here. Cut about this much away. All right, that should be good. That should clear there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this much off the top. Now y'all see, that's what I'm here for, to make these mistakes. The second one, this one's gonna be cutting it close. Oh man. Let's start here. And then just cut this much off the top. Maybe I'll just do that for all of them. I'll cut that much off of all of them. I'm not even gonna waste my time and keep measuring. It looks to be about the same for all of them. There we go, that's how I'm gonna do that. And I already know this is just plastic. I'm gonna have to cut this much off so I can have room to mount that. So let me go find my grinder and let's get to cutting. All right, y'all, so apologize about the toes out. It's as awkward as me as it is for you. But make sure y'all get some kind of face protection, man. Sunglasses, you know, in the Army we call them GoPro. You know, put something over your face. Because as you know, as tough as we think we are, it's not worth it. If a piece of metal flies up in your eye and you're blind, right? So now that you've marked, you know, where you're gonna cut, I got my little vise right here. There we go. Now I'm just gonna have to just cut it just like this, straight like that. Now obviously I don't have anything on my face because I have to record this. I'm just gonna do this for a little bit, all right, and just show y'all what you're supposed to do. Y'all see that? It's just like butter. All right. So let me go ahead and cut this off. I'll be right back. So if you guys are timid with a grinder, hope it makes you feel better. The steel was pretty tough to get through. It wasn't too bad though. But shout out to Don. This is galvanized steel. It's a zinc plating. He told me it was galvanized steel. So it will cut through this like butter, but it's still sturdy. You know what I'm saying? So now that those are cut to size, I just have to drill through these, which I'd imagine will be a pain because it's stainless steel. I'm just gonna lay this down. Now I have a titanium drill bit. I'm just gonna use this as a pilot hole. Let's see how this works. Yeah, I already know. There we go. Now before I break this tip, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this little pilot hole started on both of these. I just need it to last through these and that's it. All right, y'all, so I got the little pilot hole started. It's dulling my shit out quick. And I know some of you guys are tradesmen and you're gonna yell at me for some of the shit I'm doing, but we're getting it going. Guys, you can see I got one side done. You see my little rough unofficial measurements. It's dead on. All right, now let me get this sticker out the way. All right, I'm just using the bolt holes right on the, look at that, perfect. Yeah, pretty much dead on. All right, now I have to drill a hole right here, and then drill a hole right here. Got one there, so it's all lined up. Back to it. Same on this side. one's a little shorter.
Powering on.
Alright, I see I'm gonna have to, okay, there we go. Alright. Right there, dead on again. I don't know if you guys can see that. I just have to drill right here. Alright. Right there. Right there. Alright. And there's a hole already where I need it. So, do the same thing on the other side, and we're golden. Alright. Alright. So got everything pretty much cinched on. Blue Loctite. This one is a hair off. This one's pretty much dead on. I'm just working with what I got. Found some bolts around the house. Not around the house, but you know, I have a box of bolts from like a million different cars. So we're gonna make this work. So we're gonna do this. There you go. You guys get the gist, man. Now that you got it measured up, go ahead and do that side. I'm gonna do this side, get this thrown on, put the bumper on, show you guys what it looks like real quick. All right. Hopefully this gives you guys a little bit of direction. But like I said, Ace hardware, some L brackets, some steel brackets, and boom, just mark, blindly mark and go. You know, and you can see this is mounted right here, right here. So when I cinch that down, I'm gonna make sure it's even and in the middle. See, so it doesn't look funny. So, all right, got it on. I think that thing looks phenomenal. I'm about to put the bumper on if y'all give me 1 second. But you see where the radiator sits in those holes, and this will sit like up here somewhere, so it'll clear with space. And it still clears this guard, so keep the air where it's supposed to be. And it's not too low. All right, so let me grab this bumper. I know these aren't the right bolts, but I'll hold them up for now. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that looks damn good. Shit looks real good, man. Shout out to Lance. American made stuff right here. $6.89. Not a bad price to pay for cooler temps. Plus it'll go well with the Kong lid. I shouldn't have zero problems with heat. And I got plenty of space. If you see, the radiator will sit right there. Then you have the condenser, and then you have plenty of space in there, so. All right, now that that's done, I gotta figure out where I'm gonna route the lines and everything, and then get this cleaned up, get the heads cleaned up, cam pulled out, and all that stuff, so. Yeah. This looks really good, man. All right, before I wrap this video up, I just wanna make a couple notes. If you want to keep your hood latch, you'd have to clock this backwards a little bit. Not too much. And you see on the back side, so keep in mind, you see those holes in the frame right there, and right there, you see it right there. So that's where the radiator sits. So you have space. You see all the space you have? You got plenty of space to clock it backwards. I may either clock it backwards, I'm not sure yet, or what I might end up doing is, one second, let me, okay, here it is. So I might just end up using these, or actually getting the one with the lock and key, I don't know. I might end up using these, install these in the hood, so I don't need that at all. We'll see how I feel. I'll update you guys later on what I do when I route the supercharger lines. So just keep that in mind when you're doing it my way. Some of you guys probably are better with, do-it-yourself stuff or have better tools. So this is just a guide. You guys can go off this and use these things to guide. Not guide, but make sure it's centered. You can see it's even. So even with my caveman tools and my retarded self, I got it looking perfect. So keep that in mind, guys.